Hello, Professor. We are Team 44 from your data visualization class. Today, our topic is the passenger satisfaction Tableau dashboard from the airline industry. In this project, we will try to dig the factors of passenger satisfaction, and we will try to visualize it as a Tableau project. In this project, our group member includes Ziqi Sheng, Daniel, Kai Johnny,薛来石、思维国 and 钟其网. In our presentation, we will include three parts. The first part, we will give a brief introduction of the airline passenger dataset. In this project, we will give you a overdraft feature conclusion and trying to include the background, both the dashboard brief introduction. The second part, we will directly give you the Tableau dashboard presenting, and we will try to interpret each graphs and trying to give you the importance of the graphs. The last part, we will make the decision. We will talk about the decision making and conclusion, and we will try to gather the data set from the previous two parts and trying to gather a full roughly decision making. The first part is the introduction of the data set of the airline passenger. In this scenario, we make a hypothesis. We think as it's a business analyst from the airline industry, and our mission in this project is to trying to find what exploratory factors will affect the satisfaction of airline passengers. And we make a hypothesis about there are some potential factors that may affect the satisfaction of the airline passenger, and we also make a guess about the in-flight service and as well as the check-in service are the two most important variables. In this data set, we found it from the Kaggle, and our goal is trying to know the key factor to help airline companies to enhance their customer satisfaction. In this data set, we think there are more than 22 features in here, and in this page, which includes from the gender, as the gender of the passengers, to the gate of the locations. We believe these factors will potentially affect the customer satisfaction rate. This is the second page of the 22 features, includes the food and drinks to the in-flight service. And this is the last part of the 22 features, include the flight cleanliness to the arrival delay. In the next part, I will handle this to my colleagues.
So next slide, please. Okay, so first thing we try to explore the dataset is to check the age range of customers that we having and check the class situation. Like we need to know how many people love to take the business class, economy class, and economy plus class. From the top right pie chart, we can see that the main customer for the airline, the business class and economy class. As the economy class only have several seats for each flight, here we determine to put them together to analyze the following situation. So we check the satisfaction level of each age level and find that from age 10 to 40, we can see that there are more customer, not loyal customer, except for this age level. Most of them have been turning to loyal customer. It might due to the habits of human or have the great service for older age. And we also check the customer class situation for each age level. Here we discovered that for business class, the main people who are not satisfied are at the age of 10 to 40, and that's the part that we want to find out in the explore which factor or elements have strong influence on customer experience. And then for the economy class, we can see that the most people are not satisfied with the current flight experience. That's also the part that we need to find out. Thanks. So I will hang out to the Daniel and he will explore next part. Thanks.
Okay, next page. So here in our Tableau, the data visualization, we want to make sure like to find out some kind of the factor that we can make sure that it can to how to return the business class loyal customer for the age about 20 to 40. As mentioned before, like the 20 to 40 or 10 to 40 is the main customer and target customer that we want to try to find out. The main target is to retain the loyal customer and trying to make the unsatisfied customer to be the satisfied customer. And here, all the graphs that we're having is to find that we have find some trends through the disloyal and loyal customer for each part of the business class here. And for the business class, we can see that the baggage handling, check-in service, cleanliness, in-flight entertainment, in-flight service, onboard service. These 6 factors, we can find like the disloyal customer has a much higher rating than the loyal customer. That's mean like because we have the total rating of 5 for the maximum of 5 for the rating from our customer, and getting a 3 is mean like we are actually is enough and we do not have some big mistake. But if we have like lower than 2.5 or lower than 3, we are thinking that there may be some problem. And here we can see like for all the loyal customer for these 6 factors, we can find like they have a much lower rating than the disloyal customer. And that's the thing like we may need to think about, like after I become a loyal customer, for instance, I make a plan or make a, do a membership card for our airline here. And what the thing that I'm thinking like is not good enough for me to choose it as my, favorite airline for the whole life that we are doing for the future. And that's the thing that we can see from the previous graph that from the age fund over 40 age for the customers, most of them are very loyal customers, and that may happens because like the customers has a habit that they choose one airline and they are enough and feel satisfied with it, so they will not easily to change it with that. And for the another 2 factors is the ease of online booking and departure arrival. We can see like for the disloyal customer, it has a much lower rating than the loyal customer. And we can thinking like for the ease of online booking and departure arrival, that's the thing like if I'm a new customer for this airline, I'm thinking like it may be not very easy for me to do with the online booking for my flight, and also for the departure and arrival. I'm thinking like I always need to wait for some time and to deal with that. And for loyal customer, they are thinking like it's always to be that. And that's the thing like we need to discuss and to discover which part of the functionality of our interface, or how about our efficiency of our application that we can improve and to help to attract the new customer, like the disloyal customer, to transfer them into the loyal customer. And I'll handle to my colleague. Next page.
Yeah, this graph shows the impact factors for economy and economy plus customers. I made a chart about the impact of the average of all the factors on the users of these 2 classes. And what I found is that arrival delay and departure delay are the biggest impact factors, because in these 2 items, the average of satisfied passengers is much lower than the neutral or dissatisfied passengers. These 2 items are much lower than a neutral and or dissatisfied passenger, and the rest of the factors have very average values. Although these 2 values are the most affected by uncontrollable factors, it is still important how long the flight will be delayed. Page, please. Okay, this page also shows the age level distribution and the for the business class and economy class and economy plus class. Yeah, we can go for next. Yeah, my colleague will make the decision making
Okay, so
conclusion.
okay, next page, please. So for here, I think that the very good point that we are finding out is to find like the factors to influencing the business class, like the baggage handling, check-in service, cleanliness, in-flight entertainment, ease of online booking, in-flight service, onboard service, and departure arrival. That's the main factors that we may need to discover and to trying to find like how can we improve our business class experience. And for the Echo and Echo Plus, we have to mention that for all age that we are finding like some like kind of the departure and arrival time of the minutes, it may be a great factor that influence our echo class factors that we are finding. And here we want to show our part. The main thing is like for because we have the distance for each flight that we are having, but we find that it's mainly an imbalanced data set. Like we have like the 80% to be the short distance and 20% to be the long distance. And that's the thing that we cannot do a great conclusion on this kind of part and these factors that we can to do our conclusion. And that's the thing that we can need to improve that. And thank you very much. That's for all our presentation.
Thank you, Professor.